Welcome to the Elite Podcast, where we discuss business, family, and life. Now, welcome to your hosts, Mr. H. Rod himself, Henry Rodriguez, and Ryan Arditi, the SCV MVP.
What's up, everyone? It's your favorite insurance guy, Henry Rodriguez, and I'm here once again with the exclusive Elite Podcast. My co-host, my ride or die.
Your boy, the SCV MVP.
MVP, we're back at it, brother.
I'm pumped up.
How you been, dude?
I've been good.
Yeah?
You look great.
Hey,
What's going on?
Thank you. I see you have that little energy drink again, though.
Oh, yeah, don't worry. We'll be fine.
Don't get jittery again on me, bro.
I
need
20
you on
minutes.
This one because we got a good one. We got a good
I'm
one.
excited.
So I need
I'm
you,
very
man.
excited.
Before we bring on our special guest, and very, very special, I'm very, very excited about this one.
I'm excited too.
Let's recap our summer. So for me, baseball.
Yeah.
Baseball has been my entire life. I've been all over Chino Hills, Europa, anywhere, within
Europa?
Europa Valley. Do you know where Europa
You mean
Valley is? I don't know.
Eureka?
It is like the middle of nowhere.
That's a
and
real
it's
place?
110, and they have 12-year-olds play there.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
All right.
So we've gone there. San Diego for my little one. So I went last month. We were at the World Series for my oldest. Now we're at the World Series for my little one in San Diego. We'll be there for 5-6 days. But man, travel baseball, I didn't realize what a commitment it was going to be, man.
You've been doing this for years now, though.
Had I known this from the beginning, now I'm knee deep into it. I can't back out.
And they're good. I mean, your kids are good.
I am fortunate that they're good, but man, it's a commitment for sure.
When they get famous, can you just refer them to me to buy a darn house, please?
I'm waiting for your oldest to get famous, dude.
He's coming.
So I can
It's
insure
coming.
all his stuff.
It's coming.
What about you, Diddy? How's your summer treating you?
I've been on the move, man.
Okay.
Yeah. I ended up leaving Castaic.
Castaic.
Breaking news. Yep. I'm still Castaic for life, but I decided to take my talents to Valencia.
Was it the smell? Is
Wow.
that what did it for you? Because that would have been for me. Just saying, Diddy.
Shots fired? It's fine. Yes, it was partly the
Parsley?
smell. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a
I don't
mixture
blame
of BO and cow mix. I don't know what it was, but we're out of there. We're in Valencia, and I'm excited. So
Okay.
I'll be having a fiesta and Elite, and all of us will be there.
I like it, man.
Yeah.
One other thing that I was excited about is City Cinemas has started for us. We started with the Barbie movie of all movies. It was actually very, very cool. Great turnout. They probably had 200 or 300 people at this last turnout. We gave away popcorn, soda, candy, and it was just a good family time.
It looked awesome. I was a little jealous. You know how I get jealous.
Yeah.
This is different
You tend to do that, yeah.
This is different than the Plum Canyon one, right?
This is me partnering with the city. Shout out to the city of Santa Clarita.
Yeah.
And we have a title sponsorship again this year for all city cinemas throughout. For July, August, September, and October.
Yeah.
And it
looked
is
awesome.
at various parks throughout the city, and it's just again a good family time. It's just movies under the stars.
Can we talk about something?
Let's talk about it.
You're on a commercial.
I kind of am. we made a commercial with the city. You like that?
I've had a lot of people reach out to me.
What'd you think?
It
What'd you
looked
think?
good.
They
I was
do
like,
okay?
this guy right here, man. Did they train you for that?
They did not.
That looked
They
good.
did not. They called me the one-shot killer. I did it in one shot, dude.
Yeah, you look good. You look good.
All right, Diddy. Without further ado, you
Yeah,
ready
let's
to bring
do
on
it.
our
I'm
guest?
ready.
All
Let's
right,
do
let's
it.
go. Johnny,
Hey.
welcome, brother.
What's up?
How
What's up,
are you,
Johnny?
man?
Good. I didn't know if I was supposed to do that drum roll with you guys.
That was our intro
It
for
looked
you.
really fun. I wanted to join
We
in.
can do it again so
I
you can
was,
partake if you want
until
to,
you
man.
started calling Castaic smelly, then that's the kind of
That
where I
was
had
not
to-
me, for the record. That was
you.
not me.
I
Yeah.
know.
Johnny,
up?
owner of Hanasaki Sushi Bar. I have a million questions. We're super excited to have you. You are the owner of one of the hottest new restaurants in Santa Clarita. Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Johnny. I am co-owner of Hanasaki Sushi Bar. Me and my buddy Steven and my chef Eddie kind of got together and just had this dream of doing this, and I got the two coolest people together to do it with me, and here we are, man.
Okay.
And otherwise, I moved out to Santa Clarita in '96. Grew up in Palos Verdes. Went to PV High.
Very
Rolling Hills
cool.
High, Peninsula High
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
And moved out to Santa Clarita to be in the restaurant business. I used to work for Outback Steakhouse.
Okay.
And I was
That's
a manager
considered the
there.
restaurant business still?
They're still around, right? Outback?
We'll leave it at that, right, Johnny?
Outback used to be awesome, by the way.
Yeah, they
no,
did.
I mean when
I
I
don't think
worked
Outback
there,
was ever awesome.
it
No, there was a
The
little bit of
blooming
time.
onions.
Yeah,
when they first
yeah,
started,
the onions.
they were small
Yeah.
batch. There were no freezers.
Yeah.
They were everything was fresh, and I was really proud to work there. I mean, that's kind of my rule. Like, whenever I work somewhere, it's something that I believe in. I can't sit and work for a company that has a bad product.
Yeah.
I work for Toyota also now,
Okay.
and it's, I think as far as the product is concerned, I have nothing to defend because they kind of, up there as far as quality and stuff. Anyway, so I kind of carried that into my life now, and Hanasaki was born.
Nice,
here.
man.
How did you come up with the name Hanasaki?
So, my chef, I've been going and seeing Eddie for a really, really long time. I don't think we should really talk about where he was from.
Why not? Let's open up those can of worms.
We don't need to throw any stones. No, but I've been going to see him for such a long time, and I've been living in Santa Clarita since '96. And one thing I think that this town used to be infamous for is there's no date night sushi places where,
Very true.
Somewhere you could take your friends or even take a date and just have a vibe of just like, we're out here to have good food in a good environment, background with some good, good music. And every time I would go and sit with Eddie and he would be serving me my fish, it was in a sushi bar that used to be a Mexican restaurant, and they kind of took over the restaurant, didn't really decorate it in any way, shape, or form. They just kind of threw a bar in it. So you're surrounded by an old restaurant, but that didn't really fit the vibe.
Okay.
But the plates that he was putting in front of me were magical, and the way that they looked, his artistic value, and the way that all of his fish and all of his creations tasted were off the hook. So for 15 years, I was telling him, like, dude, we need
15 years. Wow, this has been in the works for a while then.
in my brain.
You don't take no for an answer.
I like
15 years. I love that.
So I brought it up 15 years ago, and we've been, every time I go in there, I'm like, hey, you ready? He's like, no, I'm very loyal to the people that I work for, and I respected that. So I just tell my friends, hey, I know where the best sushi in the world is. They're like, where? And I tell them, and they come, and then they're like, wow, this is ridiculous. Everybody I took there, I'm like, we have something here.
Yeah.
They sold that restaurant, and when they did, he ended up coming up to me, and he was like, I'm ready. And it kind of called me out because I was not ready. Kind of like when you're talking to somebody about something that's really crazy, you don't expect them to say yes.
Yeah. Ryan does that to me all the time.
I gotta beg him to say yes.
So finally he said yes, and I was, I have a job. I have a career. I originally got out of the restaurant business because it was time to get a big boy job, so I always missed being in a restaurant. I missed the camaraderie. And my job now that, I'm a general sales manager at a pretty big Toyota dealership out in the Valley. And I just always missed the restaurant business. And I told Eddie, and we're going to do this, but you have to understand, I'm not going to go in there and try and be gung-ho for the money. This isn't a money thing. This is a passion project.
It's about the experience, right?
I have a great job. I didn't need to hit the ground and make a bunch of money. I just wanted to number one, take care of the employees, make sure that they had a happy place to be. Because when you have a job, especially if it's the commitment level that I want out of my employees, I want it to be somewhere that they're happy, somewhere that there's no drama, there's no
company culture is most important.
It is. It's number one. And I think like when you talk about what makes a good company, when you talk to the employees, who comes first, I really, really believe that the employees come first. A lot of people say it's the customers. I think the employees come first, and that automatically just trickles down and just makes happy customers.
Couldn't agree with you more, brother.
Yep, I agree too.
So you talked about all the right vibes, right? In order for this to happen.
Right.
I've gone in there. I've had the pleasure of eating your restaurant. It's absolutely delicious.
I remember.
The vibe in itself is insane. Where did the inspiration come from for the vibe of the restaurant?
I mean, looking at me, you just can't see that it just comes through.
You are a vibe for sure. You're definitely a vibe for sure.
And I love the t-shirt. Yes.
I mean, I don't know. A lot of my friends that I've had in the past have told me, like, Johnny, when we walk into your restaurant, I feel like it's like a personification of yourself.
Okay.
If you walk into my house, it's just full of knickknacks and like weird colors and just things that when people come over, my big thing is when people come over to my house, I want them to walk in and feel like they're at home. Like they don't have to ask me, can I put my feet on your coffee table? They don't have to ask me, can I sleep on your couch? Like it's just my door's open for everybody.
We need to hang out.
You messed up.
Yeah,
you messed up.
We need to hang out at your
on your couch tonight.
We need to hang out at your house, man.
So what I'm saying is,
see what happened was.
See what happened? I've been hanging out with Johnny, man.
but it's in Castaic, so I don't know if you guys.
Wow.
He just got
I love Castaic, man.
Me too.
I love Castaic.
No, there is something to be said about the smell, but hopefully they correct that.
It'll go away.
That's a whole other conversation. But anyway, so the vibe came from, I wanted something dark, but not, dim, but not dark. I wanted something, plain but not simple. So kind of like I went with I wanted all dark colors, but one wall and the bathrooms that pop.
Yeah, the bathroom for sure.
Yeah, so kind of the idea came, with the bathrooms of, so really quick. So when Eddie and I decided to open Hanasaki, I didn't answer your first question. We'll go back to that.
Okay.
So when Eddie and I decided to do Hanasaki, I wasn't ready to do this on my own. So I called up my buddy that I've had a lot of food adventures with, and I taught him kind of how to cook in the beginning, and he kind of took off, and he loves the art of food now, and his name is Steven. And I hit him up. I'm like, yo, Eddie wants to open a sushi restaurant with me. Are you ready? And he's like, let's go. So he came aboard, and we started designing this and kind of pitched ideas off of each other for the design. And I told him that I want the bathrooms to be a completely different vibe than the rest of the restaurant. So he took one, I took the other, and we kind of got to do whatever the hell we wanted with the bathroom. So if you walk into one bathroom, it's kind of like really classy, and you walk into my bathroom, and it's like a shit show.
Literally?
No, not literally. Don't ever say that a bathroom is a literal shit show.
Oh God, Ryan.
What is this? Anyway, no. So
Johnny, don't worry. We're interviewing for new co-hosts
scared.
soon, okay, dude?
Bro, really? You don't want to do that. No.
So the first time I'll never forget, we were sitting around my table in my kitchen, me and Steven and Eddie, and talking about, what should we name it? And I had a piece of paper out, and it's the first piece of paper that we ever had, and I'm like ready to write down 20 ideas, right? All right, well, we got Steven, Eddie, what should we name the restaurant? Eddie, the chef, right away looks at me and goes, Hanasaki. I'm like, well, that was easy. What does that mean? Yeah. So Hana in Japanese means flower. Okay. And saki means bloom. So it's kind of like a symbolism of this new venture, like a blooming flower. There's also a crab in Japan. It's called the Hanasaki crab because it resembles like a flower, the color and shape. And so it's kind of that logo takes on like a crab and a flower. And we just came up with that in 10 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. So
just the first idea he shot out there, Hanasaki, and done.
We took it.
Okay.
A lot of great ideas start like that or just end up like that.
100%. Yeah. So why the bathrooms, though? Why, in terms of like the vibes and putting all this artistic, input into the bathrooms? Why that area of the restaurant?
So there's a restaurant group in San Diego. They're called the Consortium Group. Have you guys ever heard of them? I've not heard of this. No. They're amazing. So they, I have no affiliation with them, by the way. They're just very impressive to me. They own, I think it's probably like 7 or 8 restaurants in San Diego now. And they're all a different vibe where they have like this. There's a Chinese restaurant it's called the Fortunate Son or something. And you walk in there and it's like somebody threw up like stereotypical Chinese decorations all over the place. Okay. And you walk in there like, what the hell is this? But it's a Chinese restaurant because it's just over the top. And they have another place which is actually one of my favorite places down there. It's called Morning Glory. It's a brunch spot. And you walk in there and it's completely like retro vibes. And it's crazy. Everything is eye candy, and the food is amazing. There's a line out the door every morning to get brunch there. But when you go into the bathroom, the whole bathroom is like small mirrored slits of mirror all over the walls. So you're just like looking at 3 million of yourself, and then the sink is like this gaudy ivory sink with this gold swan head coming out and the water comes out of its mouth. Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Right? And I don't know what nailed me about this. Is before I decided on Hanasaki. I've been there, and I when I was washing my hands, I'm like, this bathroom feels like I'm in a different world, and I remembered it, and I remember going home and like Googling Morning Glory bathroom, just to see if anybody else comments on the same, and everybody's like the bathroom in morning. People are taking pictures and selfies. Okay. So I feel like the bathroom is somewhere where you're like kind of dread to go when you're in a restaurant. Yeah. But if there's music in there and there's like stuff that makes you feel like, all right, I'm just in here to do my business and I'm okay and I'm gonna go back and enjoy my meal. I don't know. I feel like there's a different thing to it. So sure enough, right when we opened, people were posting videos of themselves having dance parties in the bathroom.
It's funny, Tamer, when we're talking about your restaurant before I got to preview it, the first thing he said was, man, you gotta go check out these bathrooms.
Yeah, and it's I need to chill on that because no, I do because in the beginning I got used to a lot of customers coming up to me and being like, oh my God, your bathrooms, where did you get your toilet seats? What's up with the art on the wall? And it was really cool. So now I kind of got into that groove. So when I'm kind of talking to a customer, and we start talking, like I say, "Have you guys been in the bathrooms?" And they're like,
That's an icebreaker
Why
right there.
"Why are we talking about?"
Hey, get it,
So I
creeper.
need to chill on the bath, and I did it again right now. And like first thing I started talking about was how cool the bathrooms are. We haven't even gotten to the food yet. No, but yeah, that was it. That was the inspiration behind it.
That's awesome. So, so then the inspiration started with the bathrooms and then goes throughout the restaurant as well, or is there different inspirations throughout? Is there different themes throughout the restaurant?
I mean, it's really not such a big restaurant where we could theme throughout. It's kind of just like one room. I don't know if you've obviously been there. I wanted it to be as far as the restaurant itself, I wanted it to be like a community of when it's just happened so many times every single night, where the way that we have the seating set up, it's pretty intimate. It's not a big place, so. We have seating all along one of the walls, so you kind of share the bench with other parties. And every night, people make new friends there.
Sure.
And it's really cool.
I like that.
Yeah, you're sitting next to another group, and the next thing you know, I walk by and I see those two groups start talking to each other, and I like getting the chills right now because it's what I was after.
That's awesome.
You know, that was the vibe I was after because I just feel like there needs to be more spots like that in Santa Clarita because I have such a love for this town. That there is no reason that we don't deserve a good sushi bar. Right. We don't. I mean, we deserve this.
Well, even in today's world, I was gonna say like getting people to talk and communicate and get along. I think we need more of that in today's world, right?
We do.
And what a great feeling as a business owner. You said, "I got what I want." Right? So you went as an entrepreneur. You did exactly what you envisioned, right? And you. As a business owner myself, you don't always get that, right? You envision something. And
I do, though. See, that's the weird thing.
That is weird.
It's the first one. So I always get 100%. One for one, baby.
There's always ideas that
I'm
you
not
wanna...
trying to be cocky or anything.
As a business owner, your ideas don't always come to fruition, right? But you've been fortunate that you already have that feeling, like exactly what I envision, I got.
Yeah, and it's I never really did this to be a business owner. You know, being a business owner kind of just came with the dream.
Okay.
In order to do this, I had to be a business owner.
Great.
So it's not like I want to start a business. What should I start? It didn't come like that, and that's the weirdest thing about this, is like I just wanted this to happen in this town, and and I found the right people to do it with, and I'm so blessed to have both of them. They're both just great, the greatest partners I could ever ask for, the greatest chef, the greatest partner, the way we all play off of each other, the way that the other employees that work there feel our vibe, and they kind of do that with each other. They help each other. And then
that's amazing, brother.
And then what comes with that is a little thing that's saying that that says that I'm an entrepreneur now.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
That's awesome. All right, well, let's get into some real fun stuff, okay? What's the inspiration behind the actual menu, the food?
So, you guys have been living in Santa Clarita for a long time, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there used to be a restaurant out here, a sushi restaurant called Maru. You guys familiar with Maru?
Yeah, where was I?
It was at the
Maru.
mall.
Voice?
Yeah, I remember Maru.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a little place I think we're like
By the cigar shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yes.
And they had amazing sushi, and I'll always remember that place because it's one of the first places that I ever had sushi when I was a baby. But they left, and it was kind of sad. And I was waiting for another sushi restaurant to pop up in the valley, and I would go to each one whenever they opened. But it just started seeming kind of repetitive as far as the menu, because every sushi restaurant you go, you open the menu, and what's on there? There's a 911 roll, there's a dragon roll, and it's the
Crunch
same
roll.
Crunch
Right.
roll. And that was our first inspiration. Like, why don't we break the mold and make our own stuff? So again, sitting around my table, we started just writing different flavor ideas down, different like which directions do we want to go? Do we want to have the creamy, stuff? Do we want to stay fresh and as true to traditional sushi as possible without getting too like traditional sushi? So we decided to go both. We want to have if somebody wants to come and have a traditional sushi experience, we have that. And with the fish that we import everything from the best sources possible. A lot of our fish does come from Japan. And the menu kind of just went around that. And then as far as when we started creating rolls, we wanted to name them our own little things. So we kind of just created all the rolls. And then I just sat there and I just started coming up with puns. So like, that's like, so for like, something with a roll that's like salmon forward, I called it upstream. And for like things like that has like albacore in it, I called it core values. And for, something that's really just rich, I just called it a decadence roll. And just things like that. And when people come in there and they ask for things that aren't on the menu, we try to accommodate. If I have the ingredients, then, if we're not that busy and the chefs have to stop everything they're doing to create something for them, we try. But it's kind of like getting people off of the norm.
Sure.
It's like, hey, give this a shot.
How cool is that to create your own sushi
fun.
roll, right?
Yeah.
Was it trial by ear, like some of them like putting it together, or do they all just seem to work out?
Everything just works out for this guy. I mean, just whatever Fugazi forgot.
I need to hang out with.
Yeah, we need to hang out with
Can we
him
hang out more often? We need to hang out more.
He envisions that as presto.
No, but
That's
I'm saying
awesome.
just going through that process where you're like, okay, well, this one could last, or maybe this one, we change this a little bit. Or...
So our menu that we originally released in the restaurant, we printed, laminated, and we haven't changed since.
Okay.
Everything is just in a perfect rotation where everything gets ordered.
He's like the perfect entrepreneur.
He's our perfect guest. The perfect guest.
The perfect guest.
The perfect
Listen,
guest.
I think the lesson to be learned here is stop. I'm like blushing. No, I think the lesson to be learned the lesson to be learned here is if you do something out of passion and for the right reasons and not looking for necessarily success in what a lot of people define success as, it's just gonna be successful no matter what happens.
Okay.
I mean, it was successful in our idea of the menu because we just believed in it, and when people came in, we weren't just trying to sell them sushi. We were really just opening the doors to, inside of what we are passionate about and hoping other people joined along and joined each other and just had a good time doing it. And that's every day I walk into that place, no matter how tired I am, I really walk in and just the vibe and the people and the customers like smiling because they recognize me. It makes my day. And I think it transcends down to all the customers.
I love
too.
that.
We talk about that a lot.
Yeah,
Right?
100%. Yeah. Speaking of no pun intended, are we going to get the elite roll soon, right? Coming soon at Hanasaki?
Yeah, I think
I'm going to hold your feet to the fire, brother. Elite roll.
So
Ryan, get ready. He's going to say yes.
I was thinking MVP roll.
No, hell
no.
Hell no. The exclusive elite roll.
Let him answer.
Voice.
Gentlemen, let him answer.
The voice roll? That's a good one.
Let him say yes to the elite roll.
all right, let's do this. If I was to put an elite roll on the menu, what would be in it?
That's a good question. I like that.
Voice, we're going to need your input on this one.
Yeah.
You're the bigger sushi guy than I am.
I
So,
like that.
Let's
Great
go.
question.
Okay, here, why don't we do it like this? Why don't we start with the voice, and then he'll say what kind of fish,
Okay.
and then we'll go with the toppings, and then we'll go with the sauce.
Ooh, okay.
I always lean towards tuna. So, and I a yellowtail and a spicy tuna mixed together would be great for me.
Okay, so yellowtail,
it's very,
spicy
I know,
tuna.
very simple, but I'm in it. I even like actually, I'm gonna pass right there.
Okay,
Go ahead.
So yellowtail and spicy tuna.
I don't know
Yellowtail
if
is- I was-
my toppings would go with the tuna, but I like ponzu spicy.
Okay.
So we could top it off maybe with a jalapeno or
Okay.
ponzu sauce on the side,
Fire.
but I'm not sure if that complements tuna.
Well,
Not sure.
We're
speaking to
yes,
Johnny, the expert,
yes,
right?
it
So,
does.
but-
Correct.
Keep going.
Ideally, that would be
listening.
something like that for
He's
for
going to make
me.
it perfect. Okay?
He is.
Don't worry. Don't
He's
worry.
gonna take all of our ideas and one shot make the elite roll.
And
The
then what
Elite
are we
X
gonna
roll.
name it?
The Elite X roll.
Can
There
we
you go.
put some ginger in it? A little ginger? I want to
ginger.
put some ginger in it
All
or
right.
something.
All right.
Do we just get the nod for the Elite X roll at Hanasaki
No.
Sushi?
Those don't work.
Damn. I almost had chills.
I do have chills, but for different reasons.
But still no.
Wrapped in the soy paper or whatever? In the
Okay.
soy paper?
Don't do that with your hand.
Wow.
I like him. Like,
We are
Johnny.
definitely interviewing for new co-hosts soon. We are definitely after that. Ryan, we can't take this guy anywhere. All right, let me switch subjects.
Off menu.
Yeah,
right?
off-
Corn, this is really good. Right?
Corn, what did you give Ryan? How about any cool patrons that have stopped by the restaurant?
All of them, man. Come on.
Yeah, you've had me there. I get it.
All
I
of
get
them.
it. I get it.
Yeah. Cool patrons. Man, I'm going to talk about, obviously the people that came in when we were building the place right away, before the doors were even open, when it was just wood and framework, and I was in there kind of just like doing little things. People would come in with their dogs, like, "Hey, what's going on in here?" Like, "Hey, we're building a sushi restaurant, you know." Like, "Really? Here?" Like, "Yeah. You want to come in and check it out?" "Really?" "Yeah." They bring their dog in and they walk them around and kind of show them what this is going to go here and this is what the bar. This is awesome. And then those people end up coming in, like when you open, and they come in, you know, religiously to this day. And those people that come in that have come in since we opened and we've developed really cool relationships with, they're all cool. The people that come in for the first time and just blown away by what we're doing and never show up again, they're all cool. I think all of our patrons are cool. I mean, seriously, it's a different experience with all of them, so much so that I really, every time somebody comes in and I have a conversation with them, I really develop a weird personal relationship with that person, and it's just fun to talk and see where those conversations go, what brought them to Hanasaki, what brings them to the sushi scene, why they like sushi, how long, and even just how long they've been living in the valley and what they do. Like, these are really cool conversations. My problem is I have a really bad memory with names. I'm horrible with names. Yeah. And sometimes when you're meeting as many people as I like to meet every night, I'm horrible with faces. And people will come in sometimes and be like, "Hey, is it your first time here?" And they're looking at me like,
"Dude, I've been here 5 times."
Bro, we like bonded last time.
We were best friends.
You were my guy last time.
And it's seriously, it breaks my heart because it's not like I'm trying to like fake a conversation. Because when I'm there talking, I'm like, I can't wait till this person comes in again. I'm gonna recognize them, and most of the time I don't. But it sucks because it gives me a chance to start a new conversation with somebody I've never met before that I have.
It's like a whole new customer.
Yeah. It's like a new,
What is that movie, like 50 First Dates?
Exactly. Yes. That's exactly what it is. No.
Now, can you forget his face?
Yeah. No,
I'm going to put a billboard right next to Hanasaki. Just so you can always remember my face.
The most famous face in Santa Clarita.
You have
Johnny, a couple more questions, man, then we'll wrap it up.
For sure.
How did you decide on the location? I love it that you guys chose the Skyline Plaza because it's right where I live, so it's super convenient for me. But just for our audience, how did you guys come up with, or why that location?
Shout out to Intertex for this because we opened our restaurant at the tail end of COVID. And because of all those problems that, you know, landlords of these shopping centers were having with tenants paying rent, and they were protected, they didn't have to pay rent, and landlords lost them a lot of money. Yeah. And then a lot of these businesses went under. These businesses were the businesses that we were targeting to go, all right, you know, this place is already set up for a restaurant, let's go take it over. And then in talking to these landlords, like, you know, what are you guys doing? Like, well, this is our dream. This is going to be the best sushi restaurant in the valley. It's going to be this, it's going to be that. You know, just talking like I'm talking to you guys about my passion for what we're doing. And every single one of them was like, you know what, sounds great, but we're not going to bring any new businesses on. We're too afraid of, you know, what's going to happen. We're really just, our landlords is just really looking for, you know, franchises, you know, Domino's, Subway, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Like, all right, dude, it felt like this it was going to be hopeless because we're like, everybody we talk like, they're right. Nobody's going to bring you guys on. Our agent found that Skyline Ranch, that there was an open unit, and we looked around. I presented our business model and everything, and then they're like, "We're excited to have you. Let's go." I'm like, really?
Everything works out for this guy.
I mean, I don't blame him. I mean, he's got a passion and a dream. How do you say no?
No, so they really just saw the dream, and they saw for what we were and what we were trying to do, and they really just, you know, put their neck out for us. And ever since then, they've just been great landlords and just an amazing relationship. And it took a while to build, and you know, obviously because of the COVID thing, construction was really just and inspections are very choppy. But we got through everything, and yeah, we opened up, and here we are.
That, man.
I was gonna say, how long you been open for?
Since October 17th. So what is that? About 10 months almost.
Oh, so the year anniversary is coming up.
Yeah.
Maybe Elite podcast with the roll at the place.
The restaurant,
yeah.
The DJ, and
DJ.
Are you guys gonna have an anniversary party?
We're thinking about it. We haven't really
cool.
started planning it yet, but we're building a patio soon, so that's gonna be a fun little vibe out there, you know. And
front side, back side.
Front side.
Okay.
Yeah, front side is just getting all the stamps right now, and then we'll start building really soon.
That's awesome.
That'd be awesome for sure. We'll be there.
When we bring in the voice for a few questions. Let's go, voice. Bring some heat, dude.
I know. But I feel terrible that, you know, everything's gone so perfect that I'm going to ask him some of these questions that, you know, hopefully
these will go perfect too, voice.
You'll share with. All right. Well, being a newbie into the restaurant business, what were some of the mistakes that were made leading up into
None.
opening?
Zero
mistakes.
Zero.
So when we, okay, so the bar, the sushi bar, there's two levels. There's a level that you kind of eat on, and then there's the top level that they set the plates.
Where you put your plate, yeah.
Where the sushi chef sets the plates on, and then that has a little lip, right? And if you order a large Sapporo, it does not fit under that lip by like a quarter inch.
Oh.
So you have to tilt your beer and kind of slide it under, and then it goes back there. That's where we messed up.
That's the only.
That is the only. Wow, Johnny, get out of here. Oh my God.
It was off by a quarter inch.
You know, all the depiction
was
is
so
like
good.
what people think entrepreneurship is. What entrepreneurship really is. But no, this is Johnny right here. The lip. Hey, I'm happy for you, brother. That's awesome. That's gone so
awesome.
well.
Hey, listen. Obviously, there's a lot of different things that go wrong, but I don't look at them as things that go wrong. I look at them as opportunities to get better, right?
You're right.
Maybe the Yelp reviews that kind of just kind of got my heart, sunk a little bit. I should have just brushed them off and moved on, but I kind of take them a little bit personally. So
Because you care.
Yeah,
we all struggle with that.
and it still hurts, but I kind of just, and everybody always tell me, Johnny, the reviews, all the amazing reviews you're getting for that one. I mean, you got to concentrate on the good and just
100%.
and use the bad to get better. So that's kind of what I do. I find the little nuggets in those reviews that I can improve. Some of it's out of our control. Like why are the chairs so close to the wall? Listen, there are a little.
Why doesn't my sake fit under?
Why doesn't my large Sapporo fit under?
Just get two small
Why
Sapporos.
doesn't the large Sapporo fit under here?
But yeah, every mistake is turned into an opportunity to grow.
Learn.
So
I love that.
And
Man.
it's just the beginning. 10 months. I mean,
It's just
imagine
the
in
beginning.
the future.
And you know how they say the problem isn't the problem. The problem isn't the problem. How you react to it can be the problem.
100%.
Right. So if you choose to have the right reaction, then you no longer have a problem.
You're right.
Right?
You're right. And
So-
if you have the wrong reaction, that's what can snowball.
Exactly. Any other questions, voice?
Yeah, but let's
For the perfect business owner over here?
Well, I'm a car guy. Obviously, it sounds like you've been in the industry for a long time.
Trying to buy a car right now?
car?
Right now. Hey, show me what your invoice.
We're gonna hook up getting a
I
Toyota.
knew this.
Show me the invoice price. I will pay $500 over invoice.
Yeah.
What?
We have a deal.
What's your favorite cars out there right now? And give me gas and electric vehicle. What do you like?
So I think as far as the gas electric thing, I think Toyota, and this is just my opinion, I think Toyota went the right direction with kind of putting most of their money and energy into hybrid or plug-in hybrid. Just because I'm not saying it'll never be there, but I don't think right now the infrastructure is there for long commutes to have a fully electric vehicle. Some people make it work, and that's awesome. As far as the fully electric vehicles go, I love everything that Tesla does. I think they're really fun. I've driven them. They're fun to drive. They're innovative. They're kind of like stepping into the future a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
My cousin just got a Cybertruck, and I get into that thing. I'm just like, this is not real. And he's like, Johnny,
It doesn't even look real.
I've had this thing for months, and every time I walk out to it, I start giggling. Like, what is this thing, right?
But you have a good point. Taking a Tesla to Vegas is not enjoyable, though, right? Like the long range or the long drive, I think that's
There's
something.
a name for it. It's range anxiety or whatever.
I get range anxiety for sure.
So, but like with the hybrids and even like these plug-in hybrids, you plug these things in, and the battery lasts 30 miles. And then if you run out of battery, the hybrid engine kicks in and that thing will get you 400 miles to the tank. So you're good to go. And then you can fill it up with gas, charge it whenever you have time. And I think anything that's a plug-in hybrid right now is pretty cool in my opinion. And here I am driving a truck that gets 14.
Same with me.
Perfect advice right there.
So what's your favorite gas vehicle?
Yeah, my Tundra. I have a Toyota Tundra. I think these new Tundras.
They're beautiful.
It's gorgeous. I love the way it drives. I love the versatility of having a truck because I think every household should have a truck. It makes Home Depot and nursery runs a little bit easier. So
Yeah. All right, Johnny. Dude, it was such a pleasure having you, man.
Yes.
my pleasure.
Before I let you go, anything that you would like to share with our viewers about your restaurant? Or about you in general, man?
Yeah, no.
No.
I don't like being.
That was a perfect answer.
I'm really good with questions, but being anything you want to brag about, Johnny? I'm just like, no.
I mean, I'll say something. I've heard nothing but great reviews.
Thank you,
I have
man.
not
Same,
been.
yeah.
I have not been there yet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go definitely soon. But just in the brief time you've been open, I've heard nothing but
And I live
spectacular
in the
reviews.
community.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always between you guys and Piccola.
Piccola.
Just all day long, one or the other, you know? And most times we got to go to Piccola because you guys are booked.
Yeah.
So,
No.
It's good to have you two in that shopping center as well.
Yeah.
'Cause
So
they got a
should
nice
we
brand.
get reservations? Like if I'm going in on a
I don't
Saturday
think
or
good question.
Sunday?
there's reservations, right? That's the thing. There's
Okay.
So
reservations.
this is I'm glad you brought this up because this is like one of the biggest gripes that people have. We tried to do reservations right when we opened. The problem is that makes sushi a little bit different, especially when you're in a smaller restaurant. We will never tell anybody, hey, you guys have been here for an hour. You guys have to leave.
Okay.
So the thing is with sushi, you don't know how long it's going to take these people to eat.
Sure.
So they'll sit down, they'll order a couple rolls and a beer, and then they'll drink the beer, have conversation, eat the rolls, and they'll be like, you guys want another roll? Yeah, let's get another roll. And then they'll order another roll, and then they'll order some sushi, and then they'll have another beer. It's like more of a chill hangout
Yeah,
spot.
right.
So to tell people, hey, we're going to have a table ready for you at 7 o'clock,
It's really hard.
it's disappointing.
That makes sense. That
and
makes
you're
sense.
setting
That makes
yourself
sense.
up for
I didn't
failure.
realize that. So,
But what we do and what we do kind of, suggest people do is call the restaurant on the day that you're going, and talk to the hostess and let her know what time you're planning on being there, and she'll put your name down. And then that way, if there is a wait, it'll be a little bit less for not only for you but for everybody else because they'll be able to plan their night out. When this table gets up, make sure you don't sit two people there because we're gonna have to put these tables for the table of 6 together. Put the 2 people over here, and so that's the best way to do it. Just give us a call on the day that you're coming in, and then they'll put you on that list, and it'll help out a little.
And
bit.
the patio will help as well.
And the patio will
be
help.
huge.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're pretty big, right? The patios out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
All right.
shouldn't.
Well, I'm excited. We need to have a date.
let's
over
do
there.
it.
Let's go.
We'll go.
Let's go.
I'll treat.
Us 3.
Us
Us 4.
I'm going to try to persuade him to get the elite roll going soon.
We'll work on
All
it.
right, Johnny,
for sure.
thanks so much for,
Thank you guys
for being
so
on,
much.
That was awesome.
Appreciate
for being
you.
our guest.
Yeah.
All right, sign us off, brother. Sign us off.
I don't know what episode we're on,
It
but
don't
I'm
matter.
excited. Another Level 10 production by
Yes,
EliteX podcast. I think we're officially out.
Out.
Thanks, guys.